Following that, Patrick Murphy, now the former U.S. Undersecretary of the Army, the former Pennsylvania Congressman. Pat, great having you as always. Let me get your take on what the administration has been saying. We don't know what you're talking about. We're unfriendly to what's been happening on the energy front. Prices, prior to this month-over-month thing, have been stabilizing, coming down. But for Americans, it's something that's bothering them a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, Neil, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, people are pissed off. They feel like they're getting price gouged, even with inflation that was, over 9% 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and it's now down to 3%. The prices are still high, and I think that's what you're seeing today. There's a competition council meeting at the White House today. There's also obviously the State Union tomorrow night. But as an example, I'm from Philadelphia, as you know, and it was $5 a gallon of gas. It's now $3.24, I think, is the last one. I just got gas yesterday in Bucks County, but oil profits were $200 billion last year, $200 billion. So of all the big oil companies, and we are making more production. We have done things like the Willow Project. So we are about, we've never produced more gas and natural gas, more oil and natural gas in American history. So the people at home, they want to make sure that they're starting to feel lower prices as well, and hopefully it'll go in the right direction.
Congressman, obviously you're well connected to powerful Democrats and the Democratic Party. You're well liked by both parties, which says something about you. But I'm curious, what do you make of this panic that seems to be developing among, many Democrats that Joe Biden should in no way debate Donald Trump, that he's aging so fast they don't want to risk it. They're worried even about how he'll perform at the State of the Union tomorrow, that he's being scrutinized like nobody else. And they think he not only has he lost it, but he's going to lose it for Democrats in November. What do you say?
I think that you have to let Joe Biden be Joe Biden. Pound for pound, Neil, he cares about the American people. He cares about people, right? Listen, he stumbles, we all stumble, and it's not a good look. But I will tell you that I absolutely think Joe Biden has to play to win. He cannot play to lose. You have to get him out there. You have them debate against the former president and let him go toe-to-toe. I mean, he's already beaten him once. It's going to be nip and tuck. It's going to be an interesting next 9 months.
But,
but
he's
I think
a lot
they
different.
Have to let
but
him
I'll
win.
tell you, Pat, and believe me, you're quite right on this. We all age. But he's a lot different than he was even 4 years ago. Now, so is Donald Trump. He's had some miscues and some, weird speech props and all that. But I'm really beginning to wonder if we don't have any debates. Of course, that would be the first time since 1972 that we don't have presidential debates. Richard Nixon eschewed them then, as he had in the prior election when he was first elected president, maybe because he remembers how poorly he did against JFK. Having said all of that, a lot of people said it would be a disaster. Do you think it would be a disaster?
No, because I think Joe Biden is a fighter, as is Donald Trump. And I think it's going to be toe-to-toe, two of the oldest candidates, frankly, in American history going against each other. But Ronald Reagan was 77 when he was the president as well. But I absolutely positively think President Biden has to debate President Trump or former President Trump. And that's what the American people want. You can't just have them do, small things or small town halls, et cetera.
Yeah.
Let President Biden be President Biden. And I think it'll come through.
Do you miss it? Do you miss being on Capitol? You miss being in the middle and you were in the belly of the beast?
Sometimes. Listen, I miss the people. I'll be on the floor tomorrow at the State of the Union. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee. Just got done doing a Chamber of Commerce event where we're hiring veterans and military spouses.
Good for you.
By the way, about 21% of military spouses are unemployed. We need to make sure that we get them jobs because every year there's about 200,000 veterans, active service members, and military spouses that transition out. And you have companies, I was just at HCA, they increased their hiring, by the way, 23% last year, and they're seeing great success. But I miss the people, Neil. I don't miss the politics. Spending $5 million every 2 years in the Philadelphia media market and raising that money. It is what it is, but I still feel like I'm engaged, involved. I love being part of the Fox family. I love being, part of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, doing events like Hiring Heroes today. But I'm hoping, no matter what happens this November, I hope we come together as Americans. It is too polarized out there. Yeah. We need to make sure we put our country first and come together as all Americans, red, white, and blue.
and then all of a sudden you wake up and realize that's never going to happen, right? I mean, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know, but
All right.
hey, I hope we give up the partisan stuff for Lent. We have a few more weeks left of that, but
There you go.
it is what it is. It's campaign season.
It's great having you on, Pat. Thank you very much. Patrick Murphy, the former U.S. Undersecretary of the Army, former Pennsylvania Congressman, Fox News contributor here.